Hello everybody on this public holiday. Welcome on this Friday. I hope you're all going to enjoy and have a pleasant, restful time Friday. Enjoy some racing in Quebec at Fairview. And we start with what is an 8-race program on the Poly. The first is, of course, an open maiden over 1,400 meters. And who better than Nino Podesta to guide us through it, where in the first race, Alan Greef, Nino's good friend, number 4, Alakazam tops the board here at 15 to 10. 2, Lady Limoncello is 28 to 10. The next in the betting, number 6, Jazz Away, 11 to 2. And number 10, Lovely Dancer at 13 to 2. Nino, good morning.
Good morning, Clyde. How are you doing?
Good. What's the story in the first?
In the first race, we go in 2, 4, and 6. In the bipod, my first choice is number 2, Lady Limoncello, who I think will appreciate the drop from the 1,600 to the 1,400. She was only collared late last time out. Alakazam will appreciate the extra 100 meters. He was, or 200 meters, sorry, Clyde, finishing strongly. And then Jazzaway, whose best run was over the 14 on the Poly, and he gets the apprentice minus 1.5, only carrying 54. I think it's between those three. I'm sure we'll survive the bipod with 2, 4, and 6.
I got that, thank you. And the money has come for Lady Limoncello from 9 to 2 to 28 to 10. Nino's bipod costs 72 Rand. A good thing about this show is we're doing it on as early as Wednesday morning with Nino, so it gives you, the viewer, the opportunity to figure out what the betting was Wednesday morning and what the betting is at race time. So Wednesday morning, let me tell you that number 4, Silver of Sunshine, is 17 to 10, and they've already taken the 2 to 1. Number 7, Gimme the Gold, is 33 to 10. 3, Makajima is 9 to 2. The 2, World Soprano, is at 5 to 1. And 6 to 1 about number 1, Monkey's Wedding. So at this moment in time, Nino, they're coming for Richard Farizos.
Yeah, well, Clyde, I'm not surprised at that. It brings some fair Cape Town form, and earlier on, it's even better. But my first choice is number 7, Clyde, Gimme the Gold. I thought it ran a good race. Now with Craig Zaki aboard, from a 2 draw, I make Gimme the Gold the horse to beat, but big respect for number 4, Sliver of Sunshine. So I've gone flat in all my bets, 4 and 7.
Got it, 4 and 7, the place accumulator, the opener. There are a couple of PA bankers in there for, as you can see with Nino's play. The place accumulator costs 72 Rand. All right, let's get to the market now for the next race. And in terms of what's been going on the Wednesday morning for race 3, is the sort of Satellite World tops the boards at 33 to 10, and there's been a bit of interest in it because it did open at 4 to 1. That's Kelly Mitchley and Muzi Yeni's combination, so interest in that. 9 Straight Red is 9 to 2. The 3 horse Lef Erickson is at 11 to 2. 5 Missouri Flame is at 11 to 2, the same. 8 Explosive Gift 7 to 1, and then you can get 8 to 1 about Chad's horse, Chad Little riding Trip to Peace, 8 to 1, 10s and better the balance. A trickier race, Nino, what you doing here?
It gives a bit of a tricky race. It's another open maiden, but you know what, Clyde? I'm in the camp of number 5 here, Missouri Flame, and I do believe that Kelly Mitchley has got the race in her hands to win. Now, Missouri Flame ran, you might say, 7 lengths behind Homing Pigeon, but we know that Homing Pigeon came out to beat a strong field last time. So that 7 lengths looks good. That's my first choice. I make Satellite World the only danger. I've gone 5 and 6 in the PA. I'm sure we will survive the PA with 5 and 6. And I've added, I think, another couple in the pick 6. But I think it's Kelly's race to lose here.
Got it. Thank you so much for that. Nino, there's the pick 6 on screen. 144 Rand, an affordable pick 6 with a banker in the second leg. So this is a Pinnacle Stakes now, so you just have a look at the weights and the column and all that sort of thing. Best rated horses in this particular event, and Zenovi comes in here as a 120. and looks very hard to beat. Alan Greef and Richard Fourie, they team up. Winner of its last start, won quite impressively when he beat Fire Alley. And, well, Fire Alley subsequently, although not directly thereafter, but has obviously come and won. What price is this horse Novi on Wednesday morning? 4-10. Are we taking 4-10, or what's the story, Nino?
4-10 is a bit short, isn't it, Cloud? But it will win. I mean, you should look to take multiples with it. I wouldn't be taking a straight punt at 4-10, but I can't see it getting beaten. The only horse that could challenge it for a win is Fire Alley, but I think a 1600 might be a bit sharp for Fire Alley. And Zanovi beat it last time, and he's I think 4 kilos better off even. All that Zanovi has got to do is show the same form that he shows on the turf on the poly, and he'll win it. So a very strong selection, and banker all my bets, number 1 Zanovi.
Got it. That's our play. Jackpots look like that. 1 by 2 and 3, by 4, 6, 11, by 1 and 2, $12. Okay, to race number 5 we go, and this was Clainsey's top of the boards. Richard Fourie, Alan Greef team up. They're 13-10. They were 15-10, so they've sort of nibbled into that early. 2 Ridian is at 28-10, with some interest in Ridian, also shortened. They opened it up 7-2, can you believe it? Is now 28-10. 1 Desert Cloud is 4-1. 7 Flight Engineer is 6-1. And number 10 Mighty Mac Nino is 10-1. So money for Clainsey, but more for Ridian. What do you make of it?
I make it a 2-horse race, and I'm not going to split them. Last time out, before the meeting was abandoned, I made Clainsey a good thing, if you can recall. But now she's dropping down from a 16 to a 1400, and I have big respect for Ridian. So I'm not going to split them. I think either or can win it, and I'm going the safe route here, Clyde. I'm putting them both in.
Okay, they're both going to go in. Thanks, Nino. Both the 2 Ridian and the 3 Clainsey are going into the play. Remember, those of you that don't have your book in front of you, whatever the case may be, Ridian has joined the stable. The Dean Smith stable used to be, of course, with the Dean Cannemeyer yard in the Western Cape. Okay, now time to have a look at what we're doing with Aminato. This is Richard Fourie and Alan Greef again. They priced up at 3-1 to win it. Note that there's been some interest in it, though 33-10, but they've taken it. 6 Nautical Landing opened at 7-2, shortened to 3-1. Number 4 Midnight Music is at 4s. I beg your pardon, 9-2. 9-2 for Midnight Music. It's actually drifted. Number 3 Endeared is trading at around 15-2. 8 Black Path is 10-1. And 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I guess a couple of in this race with a chance, Nino.
Absolutely, Clyde. This is the hardest race in the card. I've actually left Aminato out because I don't like him on the poly. I think he's much, much better on the turf. But this is a tough race, and they should maybe add a couple in, including Aminato. I'm going in flat here. With 3 horses. I like Midnight Music. I thought it won a very good race last time over the 12. I believe the 14 is fine on the breeding, and Nautical Landing. And I'm putting in a big outsider, which is my lurker in the race. And if it was drawn any better, I would actually make it a value bet on the card, and that is number 11, Ice Cap. But this is a tough race, and I would advise the players to add in a couple.
Thank you, Nino. Got that. Thank you very much. And using the exactas by boxing them 4, 6, and 11. Okay, this has got to be one of the best races on the card on the day when we get together with these 2 very good horses in Fairy Night and Cruise Control. It's a pinnacle stake, so excuse me, you've got to watch the outcome of the ratings and the weights and all that sort of stuff. But Fairy Night's top of the boards at 11-10, number 1 on the card. 2 Cruise Control is trading at 22-10. That's the current price about Cruise Control. 3 Mercantas 8-1, and then 10-1 and better the balance. Are you into Fairy Night, Nino?
Right, if I was doing this on the Friday morning and if I knew how the track was running, I would make it a banker in all my bets. But this race is going to be determined by the way the track is running. If the track is running fast and there's a tailwind, I can see Cruise Control going well clear of the field, and Fairy Night might be coming a bit too late to catch it. If all is equal, I think Fairy Night will win. Have a look at the course and distance stat. 5 runs, 4 wins and a second. The only time she was beaten was by Mercantile, who I make my third choice. And she's beaten Cruise Control 3 times over course and distance on similar weight terms. So as I said, it all depends on how the track is run.
Got it. Thank you, Nina. We will see how that comes Friday morning, but ultimately one of the two in the case of this particular race, and we're boxing them in the exacta. Okay, guys, let's get on now to the 9th race on the card. The last one that Nina is going to help us with. 3-1 the field there, Betja, and the 9-horse Sonarine's Gimme is at 3-1. Craig Zaki and Dean Smith team up here. Excuse me, did open at 4-1, so there has been a bit of support for that. 2 Coastal Path is at 7-2. Opened up at 5, so some money for Richard Ferree and Alan Greef here. 5 Prince Florian 5-1. Number 4 Always Shining 6-1, and 10-1 about number 1 Ravelous. 12s and better the balance. So if there's money for anything, Nina, I could tell you money for the 2 and money for the 9.
Yeah, Clyde, I only went 4, 5, and 9, but maybe only because I thought Coastal Path would be better over the Fairview straight course. But with Richard Ferree and drawn 4, he's going to be competitive. So the picks, maybe add that in. But Clyde?
Got you still, Nina? Yes, you're online.
Sorry, Coastal Path might be added in. I like Always Shining and Prince Florian, and Honorine's Gimme, who beat Blame It on Rio, came out to win next time out. But she's drawn in the bush here, Clyde. But the form is good. The Cape form is also good. So and you can't leave Craig Zaki on the Dean Smith also. So I went 4, 5, and 9, but I would maybe suggest to add number 2 in just to be safe.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Nina, for all of your time. Hopefully it'll be a wonderful public holiday for everybody on this Friday. We look forward to watching all of the action as we look forward to, once we get through the weekend's play, to Saturday and Sunday racing, where we are going to Hollywood Bets Greyville and Hollywood Bets Kenilworth over the weekend. Stay well, everybody.